Very beneficial.
Really amazing.
Very insightful.
Very engaging.
Very informative.
Love that it's very interactive.
Very beneficial, especially for those international speakers and how they actually share with us a bit more on how they use Enneagram for their day-to-day lives.
So I think it's really amazing. This is my first time attending. It has been really fruitful.
Yeah, the conference was very insightful. So I sat through many of these sessions.
Well, the conference was very engaging and the presenters, they knew what they were talking. And this being my first time, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay, the conference is very engaging and also is very informative. There's a lot of insights. We learn how to understand people better and then how to relate to one another.
Okay, I basically had two major takeaways.
I love that it's very interactive. I just learned about blind types.
I would think for us was actually learning our blind Enneagram type. I thought that was very, very, very good. I've never actually thought of it that way. And when they actually use certain techniques to actually uncover what's your blind Enneagram type, I thought that was very, very well thought of. I've learned Enneagram for quite a while, and I think there's so much more that you can actually learn from Enneagram.
Every session, I really have something that I gain out from it. From the day one, I gain the most out of it is how to handle type 5. I have many type 5 around me. So it has been really, really fruitful for me.
One session in particular I thought was quite an eye-opener, which was the session of where the spouse is type 5 and the other spouse is type 7 or even type 8. And so I found it insightful that this combination goes well together. It was very entertaining at the same time.
The learning point is to, first learn yourself, understand yourself. That should be the starting point before you try to communicate or try to understand others.
One of the greatest takeaway will be how I actually understand myself, a self-discovery and self-aware of my own self and how I actually work and how I can actually relate to people. Really, in real life situation, understand how to relate to one another in the best way that they can and to also help one another to grow and to help themselves to grow as well.
Takeaway on day one will be the Enneagram blind type. So I know what was my blind type. Whereas for the second day, the main takeaway was the coaching structure, like structure into 6 sessions, and then for each session, what are the questions that you need to ask and what is to be done during each session.
My biggest learning point would be about the blind types. I realized there are a lot of different blind spots about my own type, which I was not very aware about. So I thought that was very interesting.
Okay, so I think you all should come down now, really. Because such a conference only happens in a year or once in 2 years. So I think it's something that you guys should really come down, really experience. Because when you actually put a room full of people who know Enneagram, it kind of makes you easier to communicate. Because sometimes when you talk to people, on a day-to-day basis, not everybody knows Enneagram. And a conference like this makes you even more, intrigued by the different Enneagram types. Yeah, and please do come down for our next Enneagram conference.
You must attend. Let me tell you why. The first time I attended is more to understand myself. And in this session, number one, we have so many international speakers. I hear different perspectives and from different nationality. Countries also have their own Enneagram type, right? Number two, in this session, it's really not about myself. It's about knowing other types. It's about knowing how to deal with people and my staff and people around me. I was really busy thinking how I have dealt with them and how I could really be a better version of myself and help them to be a better version. So you must come. I think it's really, really amazing, really fruitful.
You would have missed out a lot. So it's being a fully rounded personality that can deal with all the personality type. I think has been a great learning effect, and also to then manage the other people that are important to your life, but you have no answer to, like mothers, fathers, children, bosses, husbands, and so on. I think it was very insightful, and if you don't attend, you definitely miss out.
Although missed out a lot, I hope they don't miss out the next time it happens.
If you have been here, you will understand that there are many, many different kinds of people, there are many different types of environment that Enneagram can actually apply to. And that will be very, very helpful to you, especially if you're a regional manager, if you're actually someone from overseas, if you're someone not just limited to Singapore. This will be a conference whereby you should come to hear from other people what their insights are.
If you missed the conference this year, don't miss it the following year already. Do come.
I think that it's a very interesting conference, and I think you are definitely missing out on a lot. I think there's a lot of different opportunities and levels of learning in this conference, so I think you should definitely come.